Greetings again. This reading is also on the boat, so there will be some rocking. The focus may go in and out a little bit. This is a 4-card spread on the subject of finances. Note that we start out with a negative card, defeat. This reading addresses those financially disappointed who have been cheated in deals, those who have received bad advice. Your role has been that you've allowed the sales pitch, the emotion, the argument to overrule your better judgment. This is investing based on conflict rather than based on intellectual research. This is the card identifying those this reading is for and those with this in their past. Second card to the left is the Knight of Swords. By your nature, you don't look for hot air. You don't look for inflated promises, deceit, and cunning of others that obstruct you. This card can be interpreted as suggesting that you start doing that. This is an individual that's mounted on a steed with both swords drawn and going forward. It encourages you to look for the hot air, the inflated promises, the deceit and the cunning of others that is obstructing you. There is conflict in society, conflict in the workplace, and conflict in the family that hold you back despite your strong efforts. The third card, going from left to right, is the Two of Cups. It's a very positive card. Going forward, you have the ability to achieve satisfaction and increased abundance and to avoid wasting your resources. To go forward, seek harmony and what is realistic rather than what is unrealistic and wasteful. It also indicates that you are that your decisions are dominated by emotion rather than intellect also. So you have multiple cards reinforcing this notion. The fourth card, going from left to right, is the Prince of Wands, an intellectual card. Get better advice, study budgeting and money management. Be wary of deception in deals. Your confidence and success will improve as you see the limits rather than continually trying to please everybody. Giving you some time to study the cards. There's only one negative card here. There are several warning cards, and there are cards encouraging change. One of the things it tells you is to seek better advice. There is lots being written on finance, professional finance advisors, professional financial advisors recommend that everybody have 6 months to 5 years cash savings in the bank. Sometimes you are the one who is going to be the best at deciding whether it should be 6 months or 5 years cash savings in the bank. Much depends on your career. Look around you, start figuring out how long it is taking people in your profession to obtain replacement employment if they are downsized, because that is the amount of time you need to have money to fund. If people in your profession get jobs quickly or get new business ventures quickly, you might be able to deal with 6 months. However, there are professions that take years for people to get relocated into equally satisfying work, and they need cash in the bank to cover those years. There's much investment advice on the internet. There is a billionaire who tells everybody he can tell them exactly how to become a millionaire in retirement. He says it requires you to invest $5,000 into an index mutual fund and not get divorced. The not get divorced advice is so you don't have to divide your profits. When to invest, he does not suggest. Whether you should be investing in a market that is very highly valued or whether you should wait for a significant downturn. He did not address that in his article. But we have increasing numbers of people who are millionaires in their stock brokerage accounts, and many of them are adverse to selling off and taking any loss. They will prefer to ride out. They do not panic. They ride out downturns. These normal people, many normal people with $1 million in their retirement accounts, do add stability to the market, as long as they don't panic and sell off at losses. There are index mutual funds now that do not have trading fees. Fidelity made headlines, but Vanguard and Schwab and others have come into that market. Fidelity accounts are called zero accounts. They are both domestic and foreign. You get to pick. The billionaire made some suggestion that if you do not know how to pick mutual funds, index mutual funds, you have the choice of picking a different one each year and getting increased diversity that way. Do your own research. I am not a professional financial advisor. I can only tell you where to go and research because that is my field. This is an encouraging spread. It shows you a path out of defeat to abundance and happiness. You seek love. There's the love card. You are seeking love in the way you are spending your money and the way you are wasting your money and giving it away. You need to have strategies for answering people who come to you for money. Strategies such as telling them, well, I am fully invested right now and don't have excess to spend. You need to be preparing for your own future. At the age of 50, when people are downsized, many of them cannot find adequate employment going forward. What happens at 50 is the employer, the employer-based group health insurance premiums go up. Research is that there is some additional decline in people's health between 50 and 60, and the research indicates that for a great many people, the majority of people, there is a long plateau of reasonable health stability between 60 and 80 if you start out at 60 with reasonably good health. So do your own research. Find out what professionals and experts are advising, and think about your decisions rather than just doing emotional gut reactions to whatever people are asking you to do in your environment. They have an inclination, a right, and perhaps an obligation to take care of themselves, even in a selfish manner. You have a right, an obligation, a responsibility to take care of yourself also. Thank you. Please subscribe, share, and click the like button. Also give comments as to what other topics you would like covered. The next reading will be on romance. Thank you.